Hey guys, thank you for being on the call today. I am Mike Fletcher, and we are excited to have you here. And not only that, we're also kind of fired up about having Dr. Eric Snipes with us to share with us today. Doc, thanks for being on the call with us.
Thank you, Mike. I'm glad to be here.
Not only that, but I know that if you're on the call, that means that you actually probably heard about us on Facebook, Instagram, or some other form of social media, or you may have just heard about us because a friend gave you a link to get you here with us today. No matter how you got here, we're just excited that you are. And guys, I want to start out by briefly telling you just a little bit about myself. I'm a 20 plus year business owner. I've had traditional businesses over those years, and with that traditional business, Doc, the stress of ownership, it just was almost overwhelming. And as a matter of fact, one day I went into the doctor, and they immediately wanted to do a heart cath on me. And they did a heart cath, and because of my shortness of breath and chest pains, they did that heart cath, and they found out that I had 99% blockage in my widowmaker. And they
Right.
told me that had I been anywhere but at that doctor's office on that day, that I would have had a different outcome. And I knew immediately, that there had to be a better way of doing business, a way that wasn't so stressful on my body, and a way that wouldn't have that type of outcome. And a friend of mine then introduced me to a new way of doing business, a way that I could actually have fun with a whole lot less stress and help a lot of people be successful. And guys, that's what I did. I went and started that business, and I found out that I could actually work that business on the side and build that income up while I was still doing my traditional business. And then one day, this business on the side was able to kick the traditional business to the curb. And I call this the perfect side gig, Doc, because it was the
Right.
perfect way to build income and to build wealth while I was still doing my other job. So, now I do this full time. It's a whole lot less stressful and it's fun. And we had an opportunity just a few short months ago to meet an amazing man. His name was Dr. Anthony Kleinsmith. And Doctor, he was one of the world, or is one of the world's leading experts in anti-aging whole food nutrition. And so as he explained to us about his products, we got excited, and we knew that not, that these products were a product that would make a difference in people's lives. And guys, when you're looking for an opportunity, that's one of the first things you look for is a company that has a product that makes a huge impact on people. And that's what our product does. And Doc, we all want to not only, you know, live long, but we also want to live well, because you can have all the wealth in the world, but if you don't have good health, you can't enjoy that wealth. And it's just this the opposite too. If you have great health, but you don't have the money to enjoy those healthy years of your life,
Right.
it's tough. As a matter of fact, being in business, whether you work for somebody or in traditional business, none of us seem to have that freedom and that time frame to enjoy both health and wealth. But our industry allows you to be able to do that. Now, after you talk about the products a little bit, Doc, we're going to come back and explain just a little more about the industry. But we do, for a few minutes here, want to share with people about our products. And the first question I want to ask you is why is it that you chose a Novate? What was it you saw about our products, and why now did you choose to come on board, Doc?
Great questions, Mike. You know, I was raised in a traditional medical family, and even though I was raised that way, so much as taking an aspirin, I hated it. I hated taking it. There was something about me that I just always looked to trying to be more conscious of what I ate, what I put into my body. Well, that transitioned into me being able to really focus more on nutrition and realizing that that's a perfect way to help people enjoy life, because my passion is
Yeah.
to help people. So the now is an easy question because, Mike, 100 years ago, we got all of our nutrition out of our foods, but that's not the case anymore
Mhm.
because we have chemicals that are used to accelerate the growth of the animals or the plants or whatever, and then there are poisons and pesticides in our soil that is absorbed into the plants that goes into us, and then we've got the processing of foods, and we've got the preservatives and chemicals that go in. And believe it or not, some people may not realize this, but we actually have food that is made from powder. It's not even a real food, it's a fake food. And so it's fortified with nutrients. And, people say, oh boy, we get to eat that. Guess what? we're lacking tremendously in our sources of where to get nutrition. But why I chose Novate is parallels that. The why is that we have a line of products that is perfect and complete, whole foods, not a supplement. And so therefore, we get to use the colostrum from the land, and we get to use Limu Z from the sea that are those perfect foods. See, our body's designed to live 120 years, but why do we start falling apart at 30, 40, 50 years of age? And a lot of us are dying at 60, 70, and 80. Why are we not living to be 120 years old? Because it's our poor food choices in addition to the environment of which we live in. And so we really at a young age start a rapid aging and deterioration process. And we're just really looking for that fountain of youth, and it's not in the traditional way of our nutrition any longer.
You know, Doc, I hear what you're saying about anti-aging and the fact that we age so fast, but I've always heard that one of the reasons we age so fast is because we have such a compromised immune system nowadays. I mean, we have that compromised immune system because of all the things you just said, you know, the soil, the pesticides, the chemicals. Can you touch on that a little bit about our immune systems being so deficient?
Absolutely, Mike. You know, let me define one word that, you know, we may have used earlier. We're going to use it several more times, and that's called a growth factor. A lot of people don't understand that the growth factor is really just a substance produced by the body that is made up of things like minerals and vitamins and hormones, and that is essential. It's absolutely critical to really required for the cells to function and to thrive, those living cells, that is. And so understanding what our growth factors are, I'll give you an example. In the chest cavity of a baby, when they are born, the largest organ in that chest cavity is not the lungs, and it's not the heart. The largest organ is what is called the thymus gland. It's about the size of a navel orange. Now, that is the seed of our immune system and the production of those growth factors. And as we start aging, that's enough. That's strong enough that literally carries us through our teenage years into our 20s. But something happens when we get into our early 20s. That production starts, it's like we've kind of hit a peak, and that production starts waning down some. So by the time we're 30, the production and size of that thymus gland is about half of what it was at 20. Then when we hit 40, you know, it's about the size of a pea. What did I say earlier? We start feeling run down at 40, stress starts getting us, you know, and now at 50, it's just a thread remnant. And all it's doing is just barely producing any of those growth factors. So we start looking for outside sources when we start feeling run down at 30 and 40. We start looking for that. Hey guys, let me get some vitamins. Let me get some supplements. You know, what can I do? You know, the inches start piling on and we can't stop it. And we start feeling run down, fatigued, and we can't deal with the stress of our jobs. And that is a lot of why, is because that is non-functioning anymore. And the journal, New England Medical Journal, says that the best way to address or reverse the aging process, go into an anti-aging process, is to restore those growth factors and immune factors back to our youthful levels. Man, that's amazing when you think about New England Journal, a medical journal, published just a couple of years ago, that guys, there is such thing as reversing or fighting against an aging process.
So, Doc, I just want to make sure I understand this correct. I'd like to draw this for you because, you know, sure. So you're telling me that about when that baby in that chest cavity is about the size of a small navel orange, about like this.
Right.
So
yes.
By the time I'm 30 years old, it's about half that size.
Absolutely.
When I'm 45, it looks more like a pea.
Right.
I'm 53, by the way. So at 53, you're telling me that I'm on the downhill slide and mine looks like that, my thymus gland.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So if we restore those growth factors that you're talking about by taking colostrum and our anti-aging products that are all whole food, by taking those we can actually restore those growth factors to bring our immune system back to the functioning level it was when we were in our 20s?
Yes.
Okay.
And you said a key word, Mike. You said whole food. It is a food. It's not a supplement.
Yes, and that's just amazing to me, because I've always been told, with our vitamins, that we have such a, I don't know, such a horrible absorption rate, and I'm sure you're going to cover that in a little bit. But
Yes.
Having a whole food like this, I know that whole food is really where it's at, and so that's cool. That's just an amazing thing. So I appreciate you sharing that with me. But Doc, let me just ask you a couple more questions. What are the benefits from using these products other than just the just the thymus gland that you were explaining to me? What are some other good benefits of it?
Well, Mike, I'm glad you asked that. It's amazing because anti-aging is such a thing that we're all looking for, as we described earlier, when we start feeling run down. But our products stand aside, and they really stand alone. And the reason being is, one, there's 175,000 studies and third-party articles that's been written about colostrum.
Okay, hold on just a second. Hold on, I'm sorry, Doc. You said 175,000 studies?
Yes.
Okay, I've heard other companies before where if we had one study that was done on our product, we were all excited about it. But you're right, 175,000. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
Because it's so much science based, and then I'm going to mention some of the schools that are involved in this. It'll blow your mind. Another thing is there's 25,000 publications in medical journals. So this is not unknown to the science and medical community. It's just been unknown to the average person out there in the world. Now, the source of which it comes becomes a big factor as well. The reason being is, we talked about the vitamins and all. Society wastes thousands and really millions of dollars on vitamins and supplements, and the mass majority of them, on the average, is only an absorption rate of about 25%. Because ours is not a supplement. It is a whole food found natural in nature. We don't alter and do a lot with it. It actually has a 90% absorption rate into our body. So you're getting the perfect food into your body that makes all of your systems work. Mike, we take a vitamin D for this, and we take a supplement or a multivitamin or something, and it's like, how do we know what our body needs from day to day to day? So we take that vitamin B12 or we take that vitamin C. When you can take a whole food, the body knows what it needs. It takes that whole food, puts it into the system, and it gives your body exactly what it needs at that moment. We don't have to try to outthink our body.
I noticed kind of behind you there over your shoulder that you have some of our products. Yeah. Are you able to maybe tell us a little bit about a few of those and what makes them, so different than other products?
Sure, Mike. I tell you what, these are our two big ones. One is, nature puts into this colostrum 89 growth factors, 100 immune factors, and over 700 other substantial nutrients that our bodies need. So this is the colostrum 6. And the reason we call it 6 is because it is harvested within the first 6 hours from bovine cow. And that becomes important because it's 100 to 1,000 times more powerful than human breast milk. Don't let the fact that it's coming from a cow be alarming, because it is the universal donor to all mammals on the face of the earth. Kind of like O-positive blood's a universal donor to all blood types. So our bodies can take this and readily absorb it. That is very good and nutritious. The 1% difference is it's, as I said, 100 to 1,000 times different. It also is, the reason it's 6 hours, because after 6 hours, then it starts becoming transitional milk. Most of the other companies' products out there, is harvesting 48 to 72 hours. So it's a transitional milk, very, very low percentage of actual colostrum, or actually they're just selling milk. The reason that we know this is Dr. K, as you referred to earlier, prior to him finding out how to stabilize, the stability factor of colostrum 6 stayed kind of unreliable. They kind of get it some, they wouldn't kind of get it done at other times, but he found a way that stabilized it to the level that Cornell University and other Ivy League schools became very excited about it, and they started looking at his products that he was creating, and it brought about that stabilization that they certified his as true colostrum 6 hours or less in its harvesting. That becomes a big deal because Cornell is actually recognized throughout the world as one of the leading institutes in research on colostrum and its benefits. That's pretty powerful. Our second product that, it's like, boy, you like everything I'm saying about the colostrum 6, which we love, you're going to love the next one. It's Limu Z that we talked about. And this is our Limu Z pack, Mike. But you know what I like? I don't want to tuck this thing around. Look what I get to do. I get to pull out a pack or two, and I get to stick these little sachets into my pocket. My wife gets to throw them in her purse or something. You mix it up with a few ounces of water, and what it does is amazing because it brings about mental clarity. There's plenty of research showing that it brings us back into focus, clears up mental clarity, brings about good healthy skin, which brings about a youthful look. Mike, there's so much to say. We could spend hours talking about this, and we just don't have that kind of time.
Doc, that's the product that I guess I get the most excited about, because as a business owner, and trying to build a business, you need to have focus, and that product really gives me the focus that I need, to get me through the day. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I tell you this, because we look for that youthfulness and all, but I'm going to tell you, when you can take colostrum 6 and you can take this little Limu sachet and you can mix them together, Dr. K has formulated these to work synergistically with each other. And when you can do the two of them combined together, wow, how amazing is that? You really, truly have one of the most, if not the most powerful anti-aging combination that can be found, and it's all natural. That's a big key right there.
Yeah, that's really good, Doc. And Doc, I just want to once again, thank you for your time today. It's been wonderful having you. And I know there's so much more that we can talk about on the products, because there's other product lines that we have. But guys, the one thing I'll tell you is that we've given this product to just thousands of people, friends, family, and everyone that we give it to just loves the products. Not only that, once they start trying them, they just don't want to be without them, because they do have, it's an impactful, product line. And once again, thanks for being here. But guys, talking to everybody else that's on the call, I want y'all to understand just a few things. And I'm gonna draw these out for you real quick. When you're looking at a business or looking at an opportunity, there's some things you have to ask yourself. The number one thing is you want to know about the company. Is this company one that has great products that are impactful on people's lives? And not only that, is the company going to be here 20, 30 years from now? That's a big deal in our industry. So you want a company that you can trust, but you also want a product that makes a huge impact on people. And guys, we have that. Number one, our company's been around for 28 years. We are very stable. Not only that, we just entered into the network marketing arena just back in 2018. So we've been around a long time in 40 countries with traditional business, but we realized that there's a better way of doing business, a better way of getting our product to the end consumer, and that's what we're doing. So not only do we have a great company, Eric, another cool thing is that it's debt-free, and we manufacture our own products. That doesn't happen in our industry. Most companies are just a marketing arm for a manufacturing company. We are the manufacturing company. We are debt-free. We manufacture our own products. Therefore, our products are less expensive than what other people can do it for. So we give great product for a great price. So that's a big deal. You covered that. We know we got number one covered. We got the great company and great product. The number two thing you have to ask yourself, is there a system in place where I can be successful? Guys, my wife tells a perfect example of this. She loves to go to Chick-fil-A. We'll go over to Chick-fil-A, and there'll be 40 people in the line around the Chick-fil-A. Crazy, cars everywhere. But you get in that long, long line, and it seems like within 4 or 5 minutes, you're at the front getting your chicken. Never seen anything like it. And the reason why is Chick-fil-A has an unbelievable system. I can go there in Atlanta, Georgia, Dallas, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana. It doesn't matter where I go to a Chick-fil-A, I can expect the same service and that same quick quality. Same thing with McDonald's. That's what made McDonald's so famous. No matter where you went in the world, the hamburger tastes the same. Guys, we put together a system for our team, the system where if you join us, you will have success simply because all you got to do is follow a duplicatable system that we put in place. Matter of fact, you're on this call because of that duplicatable system. Someone shared with you a link, or you saw us through social media or the online media. Some way our system brought you here. So you can have success and know that we're going to teach you a wonderful system. Number 3 is it worth it? Well, this is a big question, because I have spent a lot of time in business, and I can tell you one thing is that sometimes you get into the wrong business. You put a lot of time, a lot of effort into it, but the financial reward just isn't there. So you got to ask yourself, if I'm going to put this type of time into something, is it going to have a financial reward for me on the backside? So I want to just share with you this last thing, and then we're going to let you guys go. The last thing I want to share with you is when you come on board with our company, we'll show you how you make money. So first off, you come on board with the $39. $39 holds you a spot in our company. And the cool thing about that, Doc, is you get $100 worth of free samples, or even $100 worth of samples to give away to people, your friends and family. And boy, once people take the samples of this product, they love it. So you get that with your $39, but it holds your spot. And it also gives you an app with our company where we do our business through. So on top of that, you can also have, once you do that, you can purchase a $100 pack. And the $100 pack gives you $160 worth of product. We have a $299 pack, which gets you $500+ worth of product. And we have a $499 pack, which once again gets you that $500+ worth of product, but it also has about another $200 to $300 worth of products, samples that you can hand out on top of that. So amazing, packs that we can come in with. But guys, I want to show you, most people seem to gravitate toward the middle. The $299 pack just seems what it is. And by the way, in our industry, I've never seen such a low cost for packs. Usually, if you're spending $300, $400, $500 on a pack, it's not even worth half of that, because they throw so much marketing material in there that you don't get much product. Guys, we give you a lot of product for the price. So let's just say that you come on board with that $299 pack. This is how it works. We only want one person on your left, one person on your right. We just want everybody to find 2 people. If you get 2 people that come on board, saw what you saw, and decided to do the $299 pack, the company pays you $75 for each one of those packs. So you get $150 for selling those 2 packs. But if you do that in the same calendar month, and this is what I've never seen in our industry, you do that in the same calendar month, the company gives you another $150. It's what we call a doubler. So you make $300, which, by the way, gets all your money back from the original pack that you purchased. That's amazing. I've been in other companies where it takes 6, 7, 8, 9 people coming on board before you make your original money back. So, guys, that's just amazing to me that we can do this with just 2 people. And that's only one way to make money, Eric. And there's actually 13 ways that we make money. And I'll just show you the second way real quick, but I'm not going to go into all the other 11 because we just don't have time. So the second way that we make money is we want to help those 2 people find 2 people. That's all this is. This is 2 people finding 2 people. Once we help these guys find 2 people, they come on the same way. They make all their money back. And it's a win-win for everybody, because we're just concerned about helping everybody get their money back. And then on top of that, now when these guys are making monthly purchases, after they bought the pack, everybody loves our products. They stay in them. They continue to buy the products month after month. That volume from those purchases on either side comes up to you, and then you start to make commissions. Guys, it's way more detailed than what I just explained to you, but I want you to understand that it's a simple compensation plan, and it pays a lot of money. In fact, it's one of the highest paying compensation plans in the industry, one of the highest paying compensation plans I've ever seen. So we want to thank you guys for coming here today. And I told you a second ago, you're part of it. If you came here, you came because of part of a system. And part of this system is, if you registered through that link, you're actually going to get a text later on this evening. In fact, I think it's around 8:30 this evening on the money, Central Time. You're going to notice that you're going to get a text. And that text is going to show you how to become a wholesale customer of ours, or it'll show you how to be a business builder if you want to make money on the side. Guys, either way, we're happy. We love to have customers. But the one thing that we notice is every time someone comes on as a customer, the products make such an impact on them, they end up telling everybody about it. So it's a pretty cool thing. But guys, thank you for being on this call. We really enjoyed having the talk. Once again, Dr. Snipes, man, we really appreciate your time. And guys, go out and get your questions answered. Get with the person who may have shared this link with you, or get with the person that you find out about, through the link that comes through the text. Guys, appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day.
Have a great day.